Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday at Home, where you come here and you feel exactly at home. So, now that you're all settled in, we're going to get started with today's awesome service. We have much to offer to you today from long distance and from right here, right within these sacred walls. So let's start off with our congregational song. So if you can and if you'd like, please stand and we'll sing A Light in This World. And we'll just really easily guide it. And I'm so blessed. Aren't we all blessed? Yes. We have Alexander, Ms. Superstar.
Uh-huh. Ready?
Ready. Let's go.
Here we go. I am the light. I am the light. I am the light in this world. I am the light. I am the light. I am the light in this world. And I shine. And I shine. And I shine so bright. And I shine. And I shine. And I shine so bright. You are the light, you are the light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. We are a light, we are a light in this world. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. We shine so bright.
Thank you, and good morning. Welcome to the Om Center for Spiritual Living. It is getting close to the end of March, and today we have an especially special day because we have Jody here to be our practitioner today to lead us in the meditation. And so let's welcome her, and thank you.
As we align to the spring equinox and step into the conscious sowing of our intentions. In Science of Mind, we use the example of the seed, the soil, and the plant to explain the creative process, the process we put into action with our thoughts. It all begins in the soil of the mind when we plant the seeds of what we want to harvest. That is the thoughts and the wisdom of what we wish to experience. Then we allow the law to do what it does and ultimately give us the fruits of the seeds we sowed. The fruits of our desired experience. As Science of Mind practitioners, we know that our thoughts create our experience. As we enter meditation, I invite you to affirm, today I surrender to the presence of God within me, as me. And as you gently bring your attention back to the sound of my voice, knowing that there is only God and that everything is God. The manifest universe is the body of God, all powerful, all knowing, and everywhere present. Eternal, infinite, limitless. And as we recognize our unification with this one, that there can be nothing outside of it, I know for each of us here today, listening to this now or later, that I declare a perfect, whole, and complete day where Spirit is present in each of us and expressing through us and as us in perfect divine right order. And I speak these words into the law of mind, knowing it is so. And that Spirit is directing all the music, the words that are spoken, the ears that are hearing it, the technology that is sharing it. And I say thank you, Mother, Father, God, and so it is. And let's welcome back Leslie Alexander, and to be followed by some very special talking from our other two practitioners, Sylvia and Candace. I think Candace is going first. Yes. Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
If you know this song, sing along. It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can all know everything without ever knowing why. It's in every one of us, you and I. It's in every one of us, we are free. Find yourself, open your eyes and see. We can all have everything without ever knowing how. It's in every one of us, here and now. We can all know everything without ever knowing why. It's in every one of us, you and I.
Thank you, Leslie. That was a perfect song for today.
Thank you for singing.
Oh, you heard me. We're in dangerous territory. It is my pleasure now. I'm so glad that you all are here. This place is full up of love, and I can see the energy shining through. Today's a very special day. We call it Practitioner Sunday. and it is because it falls on the 5th Sunday of the month. So lucky you, you get to hear us once in a while. And it'll always put on your face a smile. I do that on purpose. Now, today is very special because my fellow practitioner, Candace Knowlan, who lives in St. Lucia. Do you know where that is? In the Caribbean. Not too far from South America, not too far from beautiful waters. I mean, honestly, we can go have church there. I'm fine with that. She is going to speak first, and then I get to regale you with my own take on things. And today's topic, she will inform you. And it is about, this is the last Sunday, and we sort of wrap up the theme of the month, which is going with the flow and all that stuff. So without further ado, Martin, we'd like to bring online, in the magic way that we do with videos, Candace Knowlan. Please welcome her. And she'll be right there. Hi, Candace. Take it away.
Good morning. Our topic today is blooming in the swaying. And it's about spring and what we do in spring. In California and on the islands, spring usually just kind of sneaks in. You know, winter sneaks into spring, spring sneaks into fall. There's no real major changes. Just kind of sneaks in. You know, winter sneaks into spring, spring sneaks into fall. There's no real major changes. Out in the desert of California, however, in Borrego Springs, I used to love the spring because it would rain and you would get that wonderful aroma of fresh rain on the earth. And then when you look out the next day, there is nothing but a vast, vast field of the most beautiful little tiny flowers. Just everywhere there are flowers. It is so amazing how the entire valley floor is covered with flowers. But my favorite is springtime in the Rockies. When spring comes and you go up in the mountains and the earth is beginning to awaken and come alive again. There's a particular smell to it. It's an aroma. It's almost an aphrodisiac. It's so beautiful. It is so rich. It is so full. The aspen, you know, I love the aspen trees in the spring. The aspen, you know, I love the aspen trees in the spring. And they have that little bit of yellow dust pollen. But you can see those beautiful little mint green leaves, just barely ready to pop out. And again, there is a particular odor to this, to the blooming of the and leafing of the aspen trees. And then when the sun warms up a little bit, you can smell the pine trees, that fresh, warm scent of pine. And that spring, it's a time of new beginnings, a time of joy, a time of changes, a time of choices. That, to me, is springtime. Right now, the way the world is, there is so much chaos. Everywhere you look, there's wars, or rumors of wars, or people suffering from this or that. And it's just, no matter where you look, there's wars, or rumors of wars, or people suffering from this or that. And it's just, no matter where you look. And you have a choice. I have a choice. I can watch the news. I can get involved in the media. I can get involved with social media. And I can listen to all of this and I can allow it to just drag me down. But it's springtime, guys. Come on, let's brighten up. Let's bring some joy back into life. How do we do that? Well, first of all, you need to remember the truth of who you are. Who are you? Seriously, who are you? The greater majority of people will say, well, I'm Mrs. So-and-so or Miss So-and-so or Mr. So-and-so. I have 3 children. I went to college, blah, 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 blah. No, that's not who you are. That's what you do. That's your life experience. You see, the truth is, each and every one of us is created in the divine image. What this means in every one of us is a unique, individualized, magnificent expression of the divine. We are each different. We are each unique. We are each here on purpose, and we are each needed. You are love. You are peace. You are harmony. That is who you are at the very core. And so when the world starts tumbling around you, you can stand in your truth. You can stand tall in your truth and know that you are peace. Know that you are love. Know that you are compassion. And what happens when we do this, when we stand in our truth, when we go, hey, that garbage, not me. This is me. I am love. I am peace. I am harmony. When we stand in that, something strange happens. The light that we are begins to grow brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter until we are radiating that light to everyone around us, everything around us. And it changes things. Love changes things. We may not see the immediate results, but it's changing. It's working. Every time you raise your vibrations, you are raising the vibrations of the planet. And so when we decide to stand in our truth, sometimes we look around and go, ooh, there's nobody else. It's just, and then we begin to realize that no, it isn't just me. It isn't just one of us. Because by standing in your truth, by being the truth of who you are giving other people permission to do the same. There are a lot of people out there who would love to stand up and say, hey, this is the real me. And they're afraid. And fear is a very powerful force. So by standing in your truth, you give them permission to stand in their truth. To stand in their truth. And it begins a chain reaction until there is more light than there is darkness. One candle flame can be seen for 2 miles. One flame. And that's who you are. You are that light. You are so magnificent. And you make such a big difference. And you probably don't even have a clue of the difference that you make, but you make a huge difference. Jim Rohn said, you must take personal responsibility. You cannot change the circumstances, the seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself. That is something you have charge of. So, taking charge of yourself and standing in your truth is one of the most powerful things you can do. Something else we need to keep in mind when we're standing in our truth. Human beings have this way of making judgments and getting opinions. And when we have opinions, we can be pretty stuck in our opinions. So it's important to remember to stay open at the top. Catherine Whitehorn said, the wind of change, whatever it is, blows most freely through an open mind. So as we choose to change the world and bring in more love and more light and more harmony and compassion as we choose to do this. We need to remember to stay open to the top, because what we know today will change tomorrow. What I think I know right now is not going to be what I know in a couple of days. So I need to remain open at the top, open to the possibilities, open to probabilities. So I need to remain open at the top, open to the possibilities, open to probabilities, open to new ideas. And then listen to people, listen to the spokespeople, listen to your friends, and then go home and think about it and meditate on it. And that way, you're staying open on the top, and you can change, and you can become even stronger. Remember, you are a magnificent expression of the divine. And you don't need to be afraid to stand in your truth, because you have the power of the entire universe within you. I'll say that again. You have within you the power of the entire universe. So stay strong, stand strong. If you need help, you can always call me, or you can call another practitioner or minister, or talk to a friend. But you can call another practitioner or minister, or talk to a friend. But you are strong. You are making a difference. You are changing the world. I thank you. And now it's time for us to hear from our dear friend, Sylvia.
How did she see me? Wow. Thank you, Candace. That was spectacular, magnificent, and very encouraging. Because if you can do that, we can do that. And we can do it even better if we're in St. Lucia with you. Yeah, the plane is leaving in 2 hours. Yeah. Yes, yes. So I'm going to try something magnificent. Ah, it works. You know, the topic title is Blossoming in the Swaying, and you might have heard her say that. And my question is, do we notice or do we ignore? Do we allow comfort to develop and be present in the discomfort? What does that mean? Is that a bunch of gobbledygook? Oh, and by the way, my first name is Sylvia, and this last name, ask me later. I honor my father and my mother, and so it confuses people when I say my last name is Isley Aguilera. Oh, I told you, dear. Now, was that discomforting or comforting? Comforting, I would say, because they were nice, and so I came out nice. So let me ask you this. Allow finding comfort in the discomfort or in discomfort. What does that mean? Well, let's see. How do we flourish and bloom like the flowers in the meadow or wherever we are when we face the ongoing ebb and flow of life's changes? Everybody says change is just change. No, it isn't. It has a great impact on everyone, whether it's whatever that may mean to each person personally. So how do we do this? So one of the things that has to happen, we need to set the ego aside. Now, I've heard it said here, like one of my favorite ministers, Reverend Jerry Troyer, say ego is edging God out. That's something we've heard, and it's been said before. Great. Well, maybe because we don't want to run God over. Okay, that could be. Or we are willing to allow life to express itself through us, as us. Well, guess what? We can flourish in the back and forth of our individual lives. And we can embrace the recognition of oneness. We're not alone in this. As Candace was saying, you can talk to your friends, talk to a practitioner or a minister. You can talk to whoever you want when you have concerns or questions. You can be a seeker with great success in finding the answers for yourself, or to answer already your own truth. Well, oneness. Oh, okay, that means we're all in it together. And yet we are distinctive. And yet we have many things in common, much more than not. Right? Yes, nod your heads. Yes. Now, due to the new scenarios that we get to face, they're big, they're small, life changes, everything in between, we notice the shift in our feelings, in our perspective, and in our attention. Our feelings, we know about feelings. They're always right there with us. And we react and respond. We know our feelings, whether or not we choose to express our feelings. That's our choice. We also know that we have our own perspectives. And when we get to witness or listen to or hear somebody else's perspective of life, that's enlightening sometimes, whether or not we agree. It is enlightening. We know more about ourselves, about the other person. Oneness. We don't have to agree on everything to feel connected. Better if we disagree, because then we have something to talk about over a cup of coffee. Now, in our attention, how much attention do we give to something? Do we burrow ourselves into a crossword puzzle? Yeah. A jigsaw puzzle? Yes. Studying how interesting it is that ladybugs can open up their wings and the stuff comes out and it's more wings. What? They're so tiny. Where does our attention go? What does it do? Is it like the horses that are pulling our carriage and they are not paying attention to what I give commands through the reins? Maybe they don't pay attention to me and I just say, fine, whatever. We do that sometimes. That's okay. We can always gather the reins up again and say, all right, horses, pay attention. All right, little doggy Fido, pay attention. All right, little Felina, you little mischievous kitty, pay attention. All right, kids, never mind. They are their own people, aren't they? They're just in a smaller size, but it doesn't last. Yeah. Well, look, any change can generate discomfort because it takes us out of our comfort zone. We love our comfort zones. We're so used to it. We like it. And we always talk about getting out of your comfort zone, but, what does that mean? It means different things to different people. Some people love getting out of the comfort zone. They like whatever that may present, and that's okay. However you feel about it is all right. You are who you are, you are who you are. You are accepted and you're part of the oneness, which means that you could be influenced by somebody in a very positive way. Isn't that nice? Yeah, I like it. And we get out of our comfort zone, you know, because of we know what we know, we believe what we believe, and we even don't realize that what we have taken for granted is not impervious to change. Impervious? Really? That's right. Everything can be affected, impacted, influenced by, and changed by change. It's only change. I've heard that said. Okay, but yeah, well, how come it's so uncomfortable? Because it's new, like new shoes. And our assumptions that we grew up with or that we've acquired, maybe they're outdated. It takes a little consideration, a little introspection to just consider that maybe what we're assuming no longer works, isn't the truth anymore for me. Something like that. In other words, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we get to decide our lives and how to create and let them unfold. Because change likely causes us to question our own beliefs, assumptions, and confidence can be shaken. Well, for example, consider the change of what it means and how it affects you when you're moving away from home, whatever age you're at, wherever you are in your life, moving away from home, from workplace that you knew for so long, moving away from your family and your community of friends with whom you feel at ease, comfortable, and safe. Change? Is it meant to feel like this? Really? It depends on how we respond or react. So, let me suggest this. When faced with uncomfortable situations, take a deep breath or several. Allow the energy of peacefulness, Candace talked about the peacefulness, which permeates everything and of which you and I are a part of. We all are part of peace is part of us. Adapt to your new feeling, to the growing recognition of who you are or are becoming. Again, echoing back to what Candace spoke about. Well, here's the question, and who is emerging from within you? Do you like it? Do you like you? I hope most of you think yes. And with all the, spots and dots and just the funny ways that we are, we can love ourselves and appreciate and know that there's more that's emerging. Now, if we never got told that when we were growing up, we kind of discovered it by mistake sometimes. It was rather shocking. So let me suggest that this is relevant. Oh. What does it say up there? Very good. In case y'all couldn't understand out there in La La Land, honest self-reflection is necessary to determine your next steps, in which direction or which fork in the road to take. Is this not true? How many of us have not taken the time to do honest reflection and went ahead like a bull in a china shop like the guppy that escaped from the aquarium. Boom! With consequences. However, know this. Whatever path each one of us is on, and whatever detours we happen to take, it's okay. Because the main path is always there. We can always return to that anytime with a thought and a prayer. So let me, I like AAA. They offer all kinds of ways for you to do your journey. So let me offer some life travel tips that need to be dusted off and to be remembered as best as you can. Number 1, worry. 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 Worry is wasted energy. Do you not agree? And if you don't agree, I'll talk to you afterward. Yeah, quit worrying. No worries. And you can trust your intuition, your feelings. And you've heard this said before. That still small voice that you hear doesn't indicate that you're going insane. No, you already are insane. So just accept that truth, that it's okay to be a little insane. Frankly, I find it quite interesting in other people. Yeah, that's me, Sylvia. I happen to know insanity because I'm Sylvia. But we listen to the still small voice, and it's okay. Trust it. If God is part of us, or by whatever name you call the greater good, or whatever that is, and we are part of that, of course we're going to have direct connection, mentally, emotionally, physically, universally. I mean, it's just, we're always connected to that. Therefore, I surmise we are connected to each other. When I love myself, I am loving you. When I laugh at myself, I'm laughing with you. A little different, yeah. So here it is. Yes, gather up your courage, confidence, and faith. We all say, well, I practice this faith and that faith. I said, that's fine. It's really all the same faith. It's just many roads to it, many paths to it, many ways to not go to it. That's fine. You have a choice. And know what? That faith is in you always. You can always, it's like the comfort pillow, the one you've had since you were 5 years old. That little bunny rabbit that has no stuffing left in it. You hug it, you love it. You believe and you love it, and it comforts you. And it feels good. So once you do these things, the next half of that is that you need to move forward. Take the courage, step by step, by step, by step. Perhaps even by leaps and bounds, especially if you're not looking where you're walking. And you end up in somebody's backyard pool. How delicious. I like that. But just kind of know you can trust. If I can jump so high, that means gravity is not pushing me down that hard. If I can hope, desire, dream of, pray for, command, set my intentions, anything like that, that means I can change my circumstances. I can adapt to the existing circumstances. We sometimes go through boot camp in life over and over and over again. It strengthens us. We can depend on other people to walk with us. We are always helped along the way. All we need to do is ask. And you have to accept what is changing and what has changed, because if you don't have any power over it, what do? Then consider being willing to experience what the current reality is, and you just keep moving forward as best as you can. Even with your eyes closed, you find your way. And just be open to growing the higher consciousness that is already there. The pilot light is on, and you can turn up the flame of self-decision, intuition, self-knowledge. You already have wisdom and instincts. All good. So, let me just wrap it up like this. I mentioned shoes earlier because we were thinking about the journey. Well, let's say this. Imagine. What if you're still wearing your favorite but ill-fitting footwear, and you are suffering so much discomfort and pain? What do? Keep walking? Stop? Thank you. Kick them off. Get a ticket for littering. Great. But yeah, you have to stop and have this knowing. These shoes were good at one time. Either they have shrunk or I have expanded, or a little of both. They're just worn out. They need a vacation. So what do? I accept the truth of that, and then I experience the power that I have to make a welcome change. Just like you said, take them off. Don't wear them anymore. Recycle them, burn them, whatever. But first, tell them, thank you. I am releasing you, my beloved, worn-out toe huggers. I am grateful and appreciative of all the miles that you have walked with me. Well, that can apply to everybody you know. Everybody is walking with you. You are never alone. You have everyone with you. When you think of them, they are with you, whether they are on this planet or in another place, whatever that may be. Your thought, your mind is so powerful. You can create the life, and you are doing that right now. You are creating the life that you're creating. You can kick it up, think the unimaginable, amazing dream. You are dream builders. And you have each other to build that dream, whatever that is. Do you see? Let me ask you this. Am I making myself clear? Do you understand what this woman here is trying to tell you? You think back on your life and you think about how many times you've had that close call. But you're still here. We get the close calls. They wake us up. And guess what? You're always available to be led by that divine intuition, that part inside of you. And it's okay to have these experiences. Do you agree? Yes. Thank you. Well, let me just say that in conclusion here, in the face of life's impending changes, We can flourish. So find and allow comfort in discomfort. The reason you have discomfort is because you're going to be looking for comfort. Yes? They go together. Like what?
Peas and carrots.
Like peas and carrots. Ew. Oh, peace and caring. Thank you. I gotcha. I'll pay you later. So at any rate, just like Candace said, be true to the truth of who you are and stay open all the way up at the top, up at the top, up. I can't go much higher. So thank you so much. And now, Martin and Candace and I have a special surprise for you. Look at that. So, hit it.
Let the mountains talk, let the river run. There is wisdom here, there is much to learn, there is much to know, much to understand in this healing time all across the land. You have heard my songs, oh so many years. You have laughed with me to wash away my tears. You have shared my joy, you have felt my pain in this healing time. Walk with me again through these darker days on this narrow line. Help me find my way, help me see the signs. I am not afraid, I am not alone. You have taught me well, you have brought me home. Let the mountains speak, let the rivers run, as the world